All right, so welcome to the exchange. So, first and foremost, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here to give you my opinion on what I see in the stock markets. Looking to the left to see what has happened, then looking to the right to see what may happen. Do your own due diligence. Make sure you invest money in things you know about. If you don't know, invest in yourself and learn. That's the best way you can make money out here and have some security in these markets. So, let's look at what happens to stock markets so we can get a better idea and some security in exchange. Welcome to the Exchange Show.
All right, first on the exchange, you're talking about the SPY. And as you can see, we had a downturn this week. Yeah. So we had a one, two, three, four, five. On the fifth day, yeah, we almost took out everything we made the entire week with this one candle. This could be considered a double top because we did go up here and touch the last high, and we actually went past it a little bit. Personally, I would look for it maybe to do one more push up. It is bouncing off of the 14-day moving average. That's usually a good sign that it wants to continue up. There's a lot of orders there waiting. I'm still in a buy zone here, so I may go ahead and do a call. But I will look at the futures probably tonight and early tomorrow morning, and be wary because there is news, and more news. So we got PMI on Monday. That is definitely going to be a market mover. So you really want to make sure that you know you don't put any calls or puts in before you know what the news is. Next on this same week, you also have job reports is coming up on the second. So be wary of that. You got more news. What is it? You got non-farm payroll coming up on the third, on Wednesday. On Thursday, it's not going to be much because why? It's 4th of July. So it's a short week this week, but you do have news pretty much Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So be wary of what's going to be happening. If you're going to be in, make sure it's short and sweet to the point. But for the SPY, it looks like it wants to continue up. So what do we see? We got to start here. It's going to be bounced off to 14. I'm looking for at least to hit there. You may go sideways a little bit, then up to that same area. You may get another rejection. Now, if you get a rejection from there, this will be the third rejection. After that third rejection, I really wouldn't look for it to probably break that. It's probably going to have to pull back for a good while. I was looking for it to take profit down here because I was looking to do a short, but it didn't close below the 14-day moving average. So I waited, and now it's bouncing off of it. So if it hits that last one, hey, all bets are off. I'm looking for a downturn at that point, at least a pullback that probably 6% pullback, and that would take me from here. Let's see where that is. That's 6%. That's 11%. So I don't want to go there. 7. Oh, well, you look at that. If we're looking for a 6% pullback, that could have been it. So looking forward, we might be able to go ahead and do some calls. Once again, check your futures, check your early market, and see what happens after the news. And there might be some good entries that are presented at that point, but that is the SPY. Once again, we're at 544. I'm looking at least to get 547 as my next area, and then after that, 550. 547 and 550. If we can't break the 550, I'm looking for a rejection down at minimum to where we currently are, 544, but we have structure down here at 542. All right, so that's it. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is basing out. So let's take all this gobbledygook off. We had a double top, so we went up, came down, we broke this, we came down after we hit resistance. We are currently here, and looks like we have a good strong candle going up. We're currently in a sell, but at this time you could look for it to most likely get to 62,939, and if it breaks that 62,939, look for it to get up here to the 48-day moving average, 66,600 pretty much. That would be my next look for Bitcoin because of this. So we had our trend line. It broke the trend line. It closed above it with good volume. Next, you need to look at where it's going to go next. Generally 65, 438 is the next area I have marked up, but I also use moving averages. So if they happen to coincide, I'm very happy with that. If they don't coincide, I actually look for areas that may give it a place to bounce. So currently, next area 62, 939. After that, 65, 438. And if it breaks those, of course, we're looking at where this is the 48-day moving average or 50-day moving average, 66, 599 or 66, 600. All right, that's what I got for Bitcoin. Now let's talk about Tesla. That was great. I loved it. I'm very happy that Tesla went up because I own Tesla. I'm not going to lie to you. So I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm looking for it to hit the 200-day moving average, but as you can look back in the past on Tesla, Tesla spikes up and spikes down. So on average, I would look for it to hit about $208 and reject. If it goes past 208, 232 is my next area I have. So it would have to break the 200-day moving average. We have a pullback so far, but we had a really good takeoff after we broke this trend line. So we had a bullish flag. That bullish flag gave us a nice pull here, consolidation here to a demand zone. It hit the demand zone and it took off. Where? Right to where we looked at it last at that 199. So it might do one of these sideways and then go up again. If it does, that will be it. That would be our play. So at this point, Tesla still wants to go to the moon. And with that being said, it has to break the 200-day moving average to get to 208. So once it breaks that, hey, like I said, I'm looking for 232 for my next area. I'm hoping it gets there because it would make me very happy. Next, let's talk about, I know you've probably been looking at it and hearing about it, so let's talk about Nike. Nike is in the crapper. Okay? It is all down. Just down, down. But what happened? It created opportunity. Because now we have a giant gap here. A gap that is from the $93 range all the way to the $79 range. Now, Nike's not going to stay down forever. Personally, for some reason, I drew this line here a while ago, back in 2020. In March of 2020, it was down here. Hasn't been back there since. Currently, if it goes any further down, I would look for it to go to 70.29 if it continues down. Currently, I'm getting a signal here where this could be the bottom. That doesn't mean it's the absolute bottom. It does mean that I would look for either some kind of structure or some kind of reversal pattern to get in for a buy up to at least the top of this gap, which is about $93.30 It would coincide pretty much with the earnings of the last period. So if you're looking for a Nike play, wait for a either a very good consolidation pattern, a very good candlestick pattern, or some really good fundamental news that would propel them up. And you could literally set your take profit up here around 93 because that gap will get filled with something really good for Nike. But take your time. Last one we're going to review is let me look at that. Haven't checked that in a while. Baba. So with Baba, let's see. It's been a downward slide and it hit a resistance here. It's still going down. Is it going to continue down to that $68.40 area? If it does, that would be where I would like to enter for a call going up, because there are gaps going up. There's one here at the $77 range, and that goes from 76.93 to 77.60. We can just say $77. So I'm going to make sure I put a gap there. And let's see what we got. Are we still in a sell? We are in a big sell. We're under all the moving averages. So there's nothing to do but go down at this time. It's staying within the channel. So the selling channel is still valid. It is going in there and it's staying there. It had a consolidation for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. And then it finally gave up. The strength of the market is still headed down. So like I said, I'm looking for 68.40 to be my area of interest. So I'll be interested when it gets there and look for some signals of a reversal, meaning a double bottom, some wicks, consolidation with more volume going to the upside, or consolidation with strength of the market going to the upside. If it breaks that 68.40, worst case scenario for me would be looking at the $58 range. And it seems like this is going to continue down because China had bad news. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Yeah, China manufacturing shrinks for a second month. So that came out. I'm looking at Trading Economics right now, and it says the official NBS manufacturing PMI for China stood at 49.5 in June, as holding steady for a second month and aligning with the market forecast. It was the fourth time of contraction in factory activity so far this year, amid weak new orders, foreign sales, and employment. So, based on fundamental news, this could be a great play to the downside. Remember, do your own research, read, understand, chart, and then go back and do it again. Before you put your money into the real markets, please paper trade. It makes it so much easier and you don't get stressed out because it's not real money. But that's what I got for you this week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.